Welcome to CLEF Notes, brief answers to theological questions. Our question for this morning: why do Christians die? Now that might seem like a strange question, but it's a question that's raised every time a pastor dies, like one did this last week here in Minneapolis. I'm heading off to his funeral this morning. And yes, people don't voice that question out loud, but it's there every time a pastor dies, which doesn't happen too frequently. But when he dies in office, that question then pops up in their heads. Well, he's a pastor, why should he die? And my response is, well, we're Christians, why should we die? And that's a great question, because since our sins are forgiven through faith in Jesus Christ, our sins have been atoned for, our sins have been covered, why should we die? If we don't have sin, we shouldn't die. But the point is, we do have sin. And the wages of sin is death. And that's the problem. Our sins are forgiven, our sins are covered, our sins are made up for, they're worked with, they're all of these different things, but they're still there. And the fact that they're still there is displayed for us very clearly in our death. Christians die with the same frequency as non-Christians. Why? Because they still have sin. Now, every Christian should think about this, because sometimes we think ultimately as Christians our sin has been taken care of, so we're just going to live forever, and that's not true at all. But since we still have sin, what do we need? We need not just the gospel of Jesus Christ, but we need the law to point out our sin, because we stop seeing it after a while. Like King David, all the things that he did, he stopped seeing that what he did was sinful, and so he needed Nathan the prophet to come and deliver the law to him, as we do, with regularity every single day, so that it is pointed out to us, our situation still, even though our sin is covered, even though our sin is forgiven, even though we are righteous before God through faith in Jesus Christ, we still have sin that inheres to us, and that's why ultimately we do die. But then we rise again to new life, and not to just new life in Jesus Christ on the last day. Lots to think about there. Hope that helps you, and I hope you can join me next time on CLEF Notes.